Hello, my name is Danielle Vieira, and today I'll be reading my children's short story entitled The Christmas Rule, which appeared in the Share Your Story anthology entitled It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas. One morning, Molly peeked out of her window. Warm fingers of sunshine brushed across the grass and touched the colourful faces of the flowers as they emerged from their cosy buds. Molly smiled and hugged her teddy. Winter has finally gone away, she cheered. Heart pounding with excitement, Molly ran to find her mum. Without even a hello or a good morning, she launched straight into the question that she always asked at the end of winter. How many days until Christmas? Molly's mum rolled her eyes. More than 100. Now eat your breakfast. Molly frowned as she sat at the table. Why did it take forever to get to Christmas? As she bit into her toast, Molly thought about all the Christmassy things that she adored. Singing with her friends at the school's carols by candlelight was so much fun. She giggled as the smears of strawberry jam on her toast reminded her of the bits of red paper that covered the floor, like confetti when she did Christmas crafts. But the best thing about Christmas was the presents. Molly delighted in unwrapping each one and then jumping up and hugging her mum and dad when she saw what was inside. There was only one problem, the Christmas rule. For as long as she could remember, Molly had not been allowed to open her presents until after her parents had woken up and she had eaten breakfast with her family. What a mean rule, Molly thought. After months of waiting for Santa's visit, Molly was forced to stare longingly at her gifts until the sleepyhead parents got out of bed. Each year, Molly tried a new way to get her parents up quickly on Christmas morning. Once she jumped in bed with them and wriggled like a worm. The next time she grabbed her recorder and played Christmas tunes outside their door. Last year she offered to make breakfast. No matter what she did, she was always told the same thing. It's too early, Molly. Go back to bed. This year it was going to be different. As the days grew longer and the nights became warmer, Molly felt the thrill of Christmas in the air. Little things added to the buzz, like finding a yummy mince pie in her lunchbox, snacking on a minty candy cane, writing out Christmas cards for her friends, and decorating the Christmas tree. Although she hated wearing a special dress for the Santa photos, she put it on without a fuss because she knew it would make her mum happy. And she got to whisper in Santa's ear what she really wished for most in the world, a unicorn toy. Dawn's early light filtered through Molly's curtains on Christmas morning, nudging her awake with its gentle glow. Molly's eyes flew open, but she did not get up right away. She lay there for a few minutes, listening to the sounds around the house. A bird twittered somewhere outside, while the tick-tock of the hallway clock kept time, and from the bedroom next to her she heard the deep snores of her father. Molly grinned. Quietly she slipped out of bed and tiptoed from her room. She made her way slowly through the house and into the lounge room. Holding her breath, she glanced down at the base of the Christmas tree. Not one, not two, but 3 presents sat there. Molly clapped her hands with glee and then looked fearfully around her in case she had been heard. But there was no movement from her parents' bedroom. Molly kneeled in front of the tree, eyeing the 3 presents. 2 were small and shaped like flat rectangles. They're probably books, she guessed aloud. The 3rd one, though, was much larger, like the box of a toy, maybe a unicorn toy. Molly was desperate to unwrap the present, but she knew better. Drat that Christmas rule. She squirmed a little closer so she could see the present better. I'm not allowed to open it, but it doesn't mean I can't feel it, she murmured. As Molly reached out a hand and touched the present, some of the wrapping came undone. She peered through the gap and saw a purple horn. It is a unicorn, Molly crowed, pulling the rest of the paper away. She leapt up and turned to hug her mum and dad, but nobody was there. The empty room gazed back at her coldly. Molly sat down again, her chin in her hand. She gazed at the unicorn in the box, the present she'd hoped for with all of her heart. But instead of fluttering with happiness, her heart ached with sadness. Although Molly liked opening presents, she loved more than anything else to share them with her mum and dad. She now understood why her parents insisted on following the Christmas rule. Leaving the unicorn under the tree, Molly crept back to the hallway and stood in front of her parents' bedroom door. She knocked softly and opened the door just a little. Molly's dad groaned and turned away. "It's too early, Molly. Go back to bed." "But Dad, I need to tell you something," Molly said with a tremor in her voice. Molly's mum and dad both sat up, looking worried. "What's wrong?" Molly's mum asked. Sliding through the half-open door, Molly padded over to the bed and sat on the end. "I opened one of my presents," she said, avoiding their eyes. "Oh, Molly, you know about the Christmas rule. Why would you do that?" The disappointment in her mum's voice stung Molly like a bee. "I'm really sorry," Molly replied, scanning her parents' faces in earnest. "I went a bit crazy when I thought that Santa had brought me a unicorn, but I couldn't enjoy my present." "Why not?" "Because you both weren't there to share it with me," Molly said. She crawled between her parents and beamed up at each one in turn. "It's nice to get presents at Christmas, but the best part is celebrating the day with the people you love. That's why I love the Christmas rule."